Okay guys, welcome back to Memaw's Crafts and Chaos. Hey, my name's Kimberly, and today this is part of the 13 Days of Halloween with Lula from Nerd Goblin Art, and we are going to make, I'm going to attempt to make a wreath. So I have one of these moon-shaped wreath thingies. And then I do have some flowers here, some different flowers and some different, so we can have some hanging down stuff. So, I want to incorporate resin with it. This is going to be my bow. It's some spider webs. And then I have these chocolate molds. And we've got like some potion bottles, some caskets, ghosts, pumpkins. These have got like snakes and then like a skull head with a candle on top. Some cauldrons and some witches' hats. And some like knives and hatchets and that. And cleavers. And then we got this pumpkin mold. I haven't decided exactly how we're going to put it together. So I thought today, since we got to get stuff made to put on it, that today we would just get stuff poured that possibly could go on it. And oh, and we have these mushrooms. These are mushrooms. They're really cool. I have them taped up because they are a split mold. So I thought that we would pour some of those too, because those might look really cool on it too. So we're just gonna pour some of these different things, and then at the end we'll decide what we're going to use on it. So let me get some resin mixed up, pick some colors of what we need, and I will be back. Alright, so I mixed up 6 ounces. I don't know if that'll be enough or too much or whatever, but first we're going to make, I put 2 of the 6 ounces in this cup. We're going to make up some of the color I want for the mushrooms. So I've got this Baltic Day. It's called Sun Kissed, but I kind of like the color of it. I'm probably going to add a little bit of white to it to lighten it up just a little bit. So we're going to put some of that in here. We'll get it stirred up and then see how it looks. And then we'll decide if we want to add some white to it. And I think we're going to have to. It's a little too more goldeny than I want it to be. But I like the overall tint of it. So I think if we lighten it up a little bit, then it'll be a good mushroom color. So let's add some of this white. This is just letsresin white. It comes in the little packets when you get the kits. And I just put it in this jar thingy so that I don't have the little packets. The little packets drive me crazy. Actually, I think I like that. It toned it down a little. It's still pretty goldy, but that's okay. Because mushrooms can be kind of goldy. I mean, I know they're more white than gold. I probably should have just made white and then added the gold to the white, but that's all right. It'll work. It'll be okay. Because I really don't want to add any more. But, okay, so that one's mixed up. We're going to run that through the vacuum chamber here in a second. So let's wipe that off. Okay, so that's for our mushrooms. Put them aside. I don't know how much we'll need for one of those. For these, I want it to be kind of, I was thinking about using like this, the Aurora type pigments so that it looks like potion floating through there. It may work, it may not, I don't know. Let's grab a little cup here. We're not going to need a lot of this. Maybe we'll just mix up an ounce of this. See how many we can get. Okay, that's about an ounce. So this is, I just got this off of Temu. It's called Aurora borealis green. So let's add some of this. I don't want to add a lot because I want it to have that wispy look in it. They added too much. But it has that kind of greenish wispy look in there. So we'll use that for those. And then for our ghosts, get another little cup here. We'll do the Saya ice white for the ghosts. I like this for the ghosts. We got all that powder off the sides. See how pretty that is? It's so shimmery. Okay, so that will be some of the ghosts. Put that over for the ghosts. And then I thought for maybe the witches' hats, these couple witches' hats that are in here, we would do some black, a little bit of black. So let's put we don't need a lot. So we're just going to add a tiny bit of this Let's Resin black pigment paste. Drop in there. And then we'll get that stirred up. And then with the like your interference colors, you can add that to black and it'll give your black a color. I have this, it's called Mermaid Shimmer Polarized Purple. And I like purples for Halloween. I think purple is a good Halloween. So we're going to add some of that to give it a little bit of a shimmery purple look. Just add it a little bit. You can kind of see this shimmery purple look in there. Don't need a ton. Just a little bit. Yeah, that looks good. And maybe we'll add just a teensy bit. This is the Rolio and it's called Pearl White. It's a little bit like the crushed crystal. It's just finer than the crushed crystal. But it's, once again, it's one of those ones you don't need a lot of. It'll take over if you use a lot. And I don't want a ton of sparkle in there. I just want a little bit. So there's for a couple of those hats, and we can use it for the cauldrons too if we have extra. I don't even know if I'll use the cauldrons, but we might. Okay, so I don't know if I'll use this one, the skull heads. We'll see. If we use this bigger pumpkin, I don't think I'll use these smaller pumpkins, but if we have extra, we can always pour some in there. I do want some of the gravestones. I kind of want them to be kind of a silvery color because I think silvery is kind of, You know how gravestones kind of have a little bit of a, not all of them, but a cement kind of look. So I think we'll use some of the Let's Resin silver powder, and then we will, oh, is that really what I want to do? I guess we could use a little bit of, maybe this is too silver. Let me check something. Okay, so what I found, I have this bulk date day, it's called Ghost Black. Let's see how that one looks. And then we also have, this is Rolio Silver Ash. And then I did leave my, in case I want a little bit more silvery look to it. Oh, I'm out of cups, hang on. All right, get some of this in here. And then I'm gonna try and not overdo this. Let's mix some of this in first, see how this looks. I think this had, last time I used this, it didn't really have a black look to it. It had kind of a purpley look to it, and it still does. So that's not really black, but we'll add some of this, the Rolio Silver Ash. See how it comes out. We won't add a lot to it. Yeah, that's bringing out that purple a lot more. All right, we'll use that for something else. But for these, I don't want that purple in there because I don't want them to be purpley. So let's get this in here. And then, because we can add something to that other, to make it whatever color we need. Probably have to mix up something else for the pumpkin. We decide to do a pumpkin. So let's add some of this to that. Where did my, wipe this off. Yeah, that's cool looking. Kind of darker than I wanted, so I think we'll add, and that was just a little tiny bit. Let's add a little bit of white to it, just the Let's Resin white. Lighten it up a little. Don't need that much, come on. Lighten it up a tiny bit. See if we can get kind of like a cementy kind of look. I know cement's not really silver, but that might be kind of cool. It won't be exact, but I'm no headstone maker, so I have no idea how they make the color for them. But that'll be a fun color. That went really silvery. Yeah, that'll be good. Okay, let me get these ones run through the vacuum chamber, and then if we did, and then after we, because I don't want these to start getting too hot and starting to cure on me. So after we do that, then we'll mix up our pumpkin color. So I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. This has gone through the vacuum chamber. We're going to get these mushrooms poured first. I want to do the two smallest ones to make sure I have enough for them first. I've already spritzed them with some alcohol. We're going to kind of put some in there. And they're kind of tall and skinny. So what I want to do is I want to take a mica brush and go down around inside there just to make sure that we're getting everything down in there done. Don't know. And then there is a little tiny bit of a lip around here. So I just want to make sure I go around that lip. And then we'll just kind of poke down in there a little bit. I don't want to poke a lot because sometimes I think you can introduce air bubbles when you push down in. So put a little bit of tappy and a little squeezy and sure. Okay. We got those done. We do have a little bit of this left. We could possibly put some orange in there since it's already kind of an orangey color and make one of those small pumpkins. So, on this right here, the one that I remember I mixed it up and I didn't like the color of it because it had too much purple. So I added some metallic purple, the Marabou alcohol-y metallic, and I think maybe we'll do something of that. This one is the one that I want for these, so let's spritz some of those. I really like this one. This one has a skull on the front of it, which definitely reminds me of something that would be kind of like your skull and crossbones type thing. Fill that one up. Let's wipe this off, make sure it doesn't have any of that other color on it. Just kind of poke around in there, make sure we don't have any bubbles. In there. So, okay. So let me get a little bit more resin mixed up, because I do think that we want that other pumpkin, but I really don't have to do that on camera. I can just mix up some resin. I'll get that poured. I'm gonna mix it with this Rolio Tiger Orange, and then I'll get that poured, and we'll just demold it when these are all cured and we demold everything. Okay, so I will see you then. Okay guys, all these have cured up. Let's get them unmolded, and then we will see what we need to do to get going here. And let's just unmold everything first. Like I said, I have no idea if we're going to use all these or what we're going to do for sure. We got to decide how we're going to put this stuff on the wreath. I kind of wish that wreath was a little bigger, but it is what it is. Okay, so this, I actually finished up one of those already, so that pumpkin looks bad. I added some black to it, so I didn't have any, that one too. I was just trying to get these things I probably won't even use. They are probably way too small, but I was just trying to use up the leftover. Spiders. All right. Okay, so what we got him, but I'd already did him in another video, so we'll probably end up using him instead, but we'll have to see how it goes. But here's our little poison bottles. They kind of look cool. Probably hard to see on the, let's put that stuff on it. Must have been something in the mold. Anyway, kind of hard to see probably on video that what they look like. But there's the poison bottles. And then here's our gravestones. They actually turned out a good color, I think. There's those. Our witches' hats. Can't really see the purple in them. They look kind of all black, but that's alright. And these two little snakes. And the two pumpkins. The two cauldrons. And then our 4 ghosts. Our 4 ghosts. Okay. So, like I said, I have no idea if we'll even use these things. These are the little things. Got a pair of... Most of these have bubbles in them. Yeah, they're all... They have a lot of bubbles and stuff in them. This cauldron's probably the only thing that looks halfway decent. The shoes and everything have way too many bubbles in them. The heels and that. Our broom. The spiders, actually. I don't know, they have a few little bubbles in them, but they don't look horrible, even though they're so tiny. But these things, they're way too small anyway, so... We probably won't use any of them. They're way too thin. And I don't even know if those spiders would show up. Could probably put a spider on one of these or something. Might put that on there. Okay, so that moon's kind of cool looking, but all right. So what we got to decide now is how we want to put our stuff on here. I was kind of messing around with it, and I kind of want to cover up. I don't want to cut, you're not going to ever cover up all this brown unless I went and spray painted it black, and I don't think I have any black spray paint. But we could possibly do something like that. But if I sit here and do this with you, it's going to take forever, and this video is going to get really long. So let me kind of get a base down, and then I'll come back. Okay, so I got the base part of this done. We forgot to demold these. You just got to take this off first. And then find the split. See, they're actually kind of pretty. Kind of cool mushrooms, I think, but I already took the small one out because I have another one. I needed to drill a hole in the bottom so that we could use some wire to keep it on here. So I already had made one, and then I had to make another one so that we would have two of the small ones, because I think all these other ones are going to be too big. Into that. Okay. So here's the tall one. Oh. There. So there's the tall one, and the medium one, and then the small one. So they're actually kind of cool mushrooms. I like them. So we don't need those ones though. We're not going to use those ones. We're just going to use these small ones. And then I'll see if I can kind of get this to where, and I did add some lights to it. It's not a lot of lights. See, it's got these things hanging down. I just have this so that it'll help me stand it up here so I can keep it in place. So you can kind of see how it looks. Got these thingies hanging down. So I drilled a hole in the bottom and put some flower wire stuff in there with some glue. I don't know how well it'll hold, but, and then I put some faces on our pumpkins and our ghosts, and I did do I think the IRP and the cross and that in there. Okay, so I'm thinking that I looked at these pumpkins. These are going to be, they would be cute on there, but I just don't, it's kind of heavy. I don't know how I'd get them to stay. I'd have to drill a hole in them, and I don't have the best drill in the world. So I was thinking that maybe the mushrooms, we would just put them kind of in here somewhere. Just shove them down in there for now. This is just to kind of see where we want stuff to be. So that kind of gives us an idea of how those will sit in there. And then we'll probably just like have to glue the ghosts somehow. And then these, we probably won't use all three of them. Or I don't know. Who knows what we'll use. This one's not glued in very well. It keeps moving around in there. Find a spot. Get that to shove down in there. Maybe. Okay, we got one there. Spot for it. That's not going to go. It's going to have to go down into the actual stick part of the wreath to hold it in there good. The other mushroom down in between somewhere. I don't know. I kind of liked this mushroom right here, where it was. Now I'm not going to get it back in there. Come on, go in there. Just wiggle in there. Well, good grief. Alright, kind of like that mushroom in there, like that. Maybe we do only need one gravestone. Be a lone gravestone, I guess. But I do want to put some flowers on here. That's why I kind of left some, bare spots. So, get some flowers on here and there. So, I guess let's just start gluing and see what we come up with. I'm wondering, okay, that's pretty tight in there. That one's pretty tight in there. Maybe we'll put let's put just a tad bit of this on the bottom, I don't know if it'll help or not, but it might. Just put it around there and we'll seal that up. Where's my little pin? That cured, just to maybe give it a little more sturdiness. So I don't want it to just fall out, So let's get some of this around these, then we can throw them under the actual light to make sure it's cured good. I have my light over here, my bigger light. So I'll set that up for here. Okay, got them going under there. Might need to do the same to this. Oh, yep, see that one's not in there very good at all. Thought I had enough glue on it, but obviously I didn't. Maybe the hole's not, I was having a hard time with the little drill that I have. It's not the greatest drill in the world. Because I don't know how to get a little tiny drill bit inside it to work with my big drill. So anyway, but we can get some of these flowers glued on while we're waiting for those to cure. I think we'll just use some hot glue. I'll have to hold it for a second till that dries a little bit. I don't really need gloves on, but it does protect my fingers a little bit from the hot glue, so that's why I've left my gloves on. because I'm really good at burning myself with hot glue. I wasn't in the mood to have blisters today. Kind of like those red flowers. Really fun. Alright. Kind of a maroonish, but I was thinking kind of like a blood red type look. And I have some more of these. Let's pull some more of these off. I have roses, but I actually don't know if I like these ones better. Here's one that's kind of smaller. I think my ribbon I got is going to be way too big, but with this stuff hanging down, I don't know if it will really need a bow. I know that most wreaths do have bows on them, but I don't know. We'll see when it gets to the end. We'll see if we actually need a bow or not. You know, I love glue guns, but the spider web thing I hate. Alright. Not to mangle my flowers too much. Another smaller one. That one's smaller, but it looks like it's missing something in the middle. I just got these flowers at Michael's. I should have went to the dollar store. I probably could have got more flowers for cheaper. Our other things should be cured by now. Alright. So I think what we'll do with these is we'll get them where we want them to go, and then we can put that being there, we can kind of bend it to where we want, and then we can always bring our wire down around and hook it back in somehow, make it so that our mushroom will stay where we put it. And this dang thing will not stay standing up. Let's turn our lights off for now, just so that we're not, because these. Okay. I'm trying to find the hole for this one again. It's going to be, oh, it was easier this time. Okay, and then we'll take our wire and push it back up around. Yeah, that makes them pretty sturdy. We can even put, you know, a little bit of glue under there to just help it stay put. Like so. Okay. I like these thingies that are hanging down. They're kind of cool. Kind of cool. All right. And I do have more if we decide we want to add more of those. I don't know if we need to really. Okay. Now let's see. Our gravestone back in here. Maybe. So we can get it to go all the way through. There we go. Push our wire up around. Some glue under there, kind of keep it in place. And then we can, you know, if we want to add more flowers in, we can as we go. Oh, it did. Alright, that one's not working. Let's see, is this one better? No. This one, no. Dang it. None of them are in good. Have that wire stay in there better. What are we gonna do? How are we gonna get that to work? Now it'll come back off. I don't think it's going to. Oh, it did. Okay. Alright, but oh, you know, maybe if I use more like a super glue. Give me 1 sec. Alright, I stuck this in with some super glue. Seems to be holding pretty good now. So let's get this stuck in here. And get the spot again. Let's put it right through here. Spot. Oh, but you know what? Before I want to do that, before I put it in there, I kind of want to, some moss on this. So glue on there. I think I super glued my gloves together too. See, that's another reason why I should have gloves on, so I don't glue my fingers together and everything else. Alright. That just kind of gives it a little something something. Okay. Got the moss growing on it. Flatter spot to get that into. Right there. Push it around like that. There we go. What do you think? Think that works? Okay. Well, come on. Stand up, little man. Alright. So I did find some other stuff here, some moss and just some stuff that we could maybe This stuff's kind of cool looking. Might be able to fill in a few little spots. Kind of make it, I don't know. We'll see. Let's do the filling in after. Glue, glue, glue. Strings. Hate them. Alright, push that. Push that. Okay, so I think I want this to go straight up here. So I have to put some glue on him. I'm hoping that super glue will just hold, I mean not super glue, but hot glue will just hold all these in where I want them. We might have to, you know, like add some glue here and there. All of our little stringies. Although it is a Halloween thing and we could put a spider in there and then we'd have a reason for all those little stringies, right? Okay, where'd our other little folks go? Might look good up there. See if we kind of glue his little hand right there to that leaf or that petal on that flower. That might help him hang on. Okay, maybe we can. He's actually hanging on pretty good now. That's cute. See if I can get this off again so you can see. What do you think? I think it's looking pretty okay. I don't think it's going to need a ton, but it'll be fun, I think. Alright, so maybe now we just need to kind of fill it in with either more flowers. I don't really think we need a ton of other stuff in here, so let's just fill in with, let's see if, you know, like filling in with some green, give it some green. That might look cool, and it'll fill in some of the bare spots. In case we have any bare spots we want to get rid of. This little. That's the only thing about this too. I'm not burning my fingers, but I'm making a mess of my gloves. Okay. I'm just trying to get rid of that as we go because it's driving me crazy. Dimension here and there. Actually, kind of going, I'm usually one of those people who is, I keep adding and keep adding, but I don't know, I'm kind of liking it, just not a lot on there. I like this green there. I just want some right there. Kind of cover up that wire a little bit that's coming out right there. Can. Maybe that piece is too big, too thick. Find it. I tried to think of a different way to set up my camera so that so you could actually see this better, but the way I have things set up and I just don't have another way of angling my camera. So I'm sorry if this is kind of off angle, but you'll get to see the final. We'll hang it on a door and you'll get to see the final thing. But you know what, guys, I'm actually kind of liking it just like that. It's actually looking fairly good just like that. Get it down a little bit. I mean, I don't know. I don't really think I really need to add much more, if anything. Turn our light on, see how that looks. See, and it doesn't, I didn't want a ton of light, I just wanted a little bit here and there. Maybe, do we have another small, we have another small flower here. Maybe we could add another small flower up in here. Yeah. Red ones. I don't know, you guys are probably going, no, don't add that there, don't add that there, don't stop or add more. I wish we could hear each other when we're doing our videos so we could get other opinions. Actually kind of like that. I think it looks good. The two ghosts look pretty good. The gravestone, 2 mushrooms. I like the mushrooms on there. I really like the mushrooms on there. So, I think that's really all we need in there. I don't think those would work anywhere. Sometimes just the leaves help make a little more. Get a little more black in there or something, I don't know. Glue any of those on. Let's just see if any of those would work, just to give it a little more oomph. But I'm not really digging it. Well, stick them in like that. Yeah, we'll try it. Kind of gives a little bit more behind this ghost. Just kind of giving it a little more filler, just to fill it in a little more. I don't know if it needs it or not, but I don't know. Not looking bad. We need something right there for sure, because that's kind of a bare spot. literally. This thing, I wish it would just keep standing up, but it won't. Alright, hang it back on there. Maybe one behind our mushrooms here. Only a spot to stick it right there. And I don't really like it there anyway. You know what? I think I'm going to stop. Got a little bit here, some here. Let's pull away from that just so we can see if we have a bare spot. What do you think? Kind of fun. I mean, it's small. I mean, it's not a big one. It's definitely not one of those huge wreaths that you'll see on somebody's front door or whatever, but I don't know. Doesn't look bad. And I don't think we really need a ribbon. I think a ribbon might actually take away from it. So, all right, I will get you some glamour shots or whatever you want to call them. Hang it on a door. We'll light it up good, and we'll call this day a winner because I actually really think this looks pretty cool. So, on to the next. And all I have to say is, if you like my videos, please like, subscribe. Doesn't cost you anything. Pressing the thumbs up button helps everybody. It helps every channel that you watch. Doesn't matter if you're watching crafting channels or anything. If you like their content, you need to give them a thumbs up, like their video, leave a comment, even if it's just an emoji. All of that helps YouTube. It pushes, if people are liking and watching the videos, it helps push it out there. So you need to do that for everybody, not just me, but do it for me for sure. Okay? Anyway, don't forget, always embrace your chaos, guys. Love ya. See you next time.